this presentation how we live our values. We call it the trash hero way. It's mainly like, what is then the trash hero inside? What do we have in our hearts? How do we, what is really the trash hero that we are inside of us? And it should make things easier then also in the future to explain what is really trash hero. So let's have a look. So there are 4 different things, and one thing is be the change. So we want to be role models for zero waste lifestyle, refusing single-use plastic if we can, whenever we can, and the branded goods that we produce only if we really need them. So we want to, you know, there are organizations, they make bracelets and hats, socks, underwear, jeans, trousers, just everything. And we want to make sure, if we think, okay, we really want to have a trashier shirt, first of all, what material is it out of it? It's merchandising, so it should be durable and non-polluting, so not made with plastic, etc. And we really want to just use that shirt and make sure it's used many times. That's the reason why if we would make one event a year for that day, we don't want to create a special shirt that is actually just for that day. We want to make a t-shirt that can be wear the whole year, all the time, so that we have minimum impact on the environment, but actually maximum impact on the visibility. We focus on solutions, not just the problems, and we want to communicate in a positive and constructive way. We treat everyone with respect and dignity inside our movement. And I think in general, I think that's very important. So we have never been those guys who do a big demonstration and go and want to start a fight or something. We are trash hero. You guys already know, but this is what we write down. This is basically the summary of the whole family, what we feel inside. So this is be the change. Then be credible. We don't take part in greenwashing. So we don't accept money from big polluters or bad companies that just pay us to pick up their trash. We want to protect our reputation. So that's why we don't get connected to any big businesses or a political organization, religious organization, etc. Right? The reason why we don't have anyone's logo here, like imagine we go clean up with the Coca-Cola logo on our trash hero brand, our reputation will be seriously damaged, right? So that's why we don't have any logos on our merchandising. So we want to be very careful where our logo is and where not. Especially there could be any event and many different companies participate. And if our logo will be next to a bad company and someone just takes a screenshot of us being next to each other on social media, it could look like we're best friends. So we just want to be very careful, because the name Trash Hero, the good reputation that we all have with the name, is based on the work you've done in the last 8 years. So we don't want to risk that for any kind of partnership with maybe a company that just brings problems to us. So we want to stay focused on the zero waste mission and do the Trash Hero activities, meaning also what Sima said, if you join a cleanup in Prague, it's most likely very similar to one in Bali or one in Thailand, right? That you know what you get if you join Trash Hero. We are honest about any conflict of interest for Trash Hero, also in our personal lives. That is being credible. Be selfless is that we don't use the name Trash Hero to promote ourselves, individuals, or my private company or the interest. We sell our products, and that's still today. And it was the same 8 years ago when we started. We never sold a t-shirt, a hoodie, or a Trash Hero bottle for profit, not for a single cent. And that's very important, because it is really the same thing everywhere globally with Trash Hero. All registered Trash Hero organizations are not-for-profit organizations, and all board members of all the Trash Hero organizations are volunteers on the board. So we don't pay for the advice from the board. We don't seek or claim general expenses for regular chapter activities. You can find now many organizations or also companies who would offer you $100 and say, here are $100, do a cleanup, send me pictures, thank you. And then, you know, they sell a bracelet and they will get actually a lot more money from their funders and have a system for it. So it becomes a business. And that's why we don't do that in general, because we are convinced, and we see it in the last 8 years, it's proven that when we see a local group of people supported by the local community doing positive actions to reduce waste, that has the biggest impact. That is our view, and we're very convinced that this will also work in the future. We are responsible, so we are accountable to our local community and to other chapters in the Trash Hero family. Chapters and unregistered groups never take cash donation, so that's still the same system. In-kind donation, getting a free pizza after the cleanup, which I actually definitely love. I want to join one of those cleanups. I love pizza. So getting any kind of in-kind donation, should it be fruits, should it be any bags to pick up trash, anything can help, but not cash, right? If we don't take cash, we show everyone that we're responsible and they can trust us. And even if we maybe have to involve a certain amount of money, we can directly work with receipts and be completely transparent. We collect data about our activities. We report them on social media. I think you guys already know this is very important. And we understand that respecting the Trash Hero branding and the procedure supports everyone's work, because if tomorrow someone starts Trash Hero in Nepal, but has a very bad image and maybe is corrupt, or maybe makes a big business and makes a lot of money, it will actually damage all our image. That's why it is important that everyone follows the same branding guidelines so we can be responsible. We think global, but we act local. So the Trash Hero chapters are in general formed at the local level, and they adapt to their cultural context. The chapters are started by residents, local people who live there and have a strong connection to the local community. So you can involve the local community as much as possible. Trash Hero World acts as a bridge between local and global. So we try to provide the big picture insights, managing our data, the assets, the trademark, the global partnerships, giving you guys knowledge, etc., etc. So these are basically the 5 different things: be the change, be credible, be selfless, be responsible, think global, and act local. Many of you already, what I said, heard this already live exactly according to those values. But now it was very important to write them down and to have them, because also if new people joining and want to do things, if they actually go according to values and the strategy, they don't need much help from the outside anymore. Everything actually is documented.